So on my borderline obsessive search on the Temu website for new high-grade Gundam kits, because that's all I really seem to get, I found something that I couldn't find from Bandai. The high-grade Phase Shift Down Freedom, the Revive version. Do they call them Revive anymore? I don't think so, but I'm going to do it anyways, just to differentiate it from the original, despite looking a hell of a lot better. Yeah, it's deactivated. I couldn't find a high grade of this. I found a real grade. Not the same. I mean, it's obviously not the same. Stickers, I only use the eyes and the cameras because, well, Phase Shift Down is going to be completely different colors because they only give you the normal color sticker sheet. They don't change the colors, so there'd be red on the railguns, the little one back here. And I don't like the stickers, like the railgun ones especially. They suck, so who cares? Plastic quality, pretty good. Although it feels, not a lot of kits I've got from them feel like this, but this one here specifically feels a little greasy. Just a little bit. I don't know. It feels a little like too much like of the mold releases on it still. Maybe that's just what I got. But joints are very tight. Like, it's tighter than I ever thought they'd be. Like, this is aside from the stupid Dream Sabers. But no, the joints themselves good. The wrists are actually really tight. That's something you don't usually see on a knockoff. It's usually the loosest part. The Dream Sabers. But no, everything's good here. Even the ankles, which is always nice, because ankles and wrists, and sometimes waist, knees and toes, and the wings, they hold together well, because those are also something like you might expect, because they're just hinges that the knockoff might kind of ruin. The rail or the cannons, nice and tight. And I am kind of used to this model now that I've built the original, the knockoff clear, the knockoff pink and white, which I think I saw the official version of that when I was looking for this guy. It didn't say it was, it said it was Bandai anyways. It was like some kind of exclusive, of course. And everything else still works the same as the official one. Still don't like the way the Freedom holds the shield. I get it's kind of show accurate, but could you just have it peg into his arm or clip on the elbow? Come on. Beam rifle, kind of plain because once again it would have been a blue sticker, and I don't think that looks very good, so I didn't use it. So what I'm going to do is just keep it pegged on his back, out of sight, out of mind, and I think it's going to look very nice on the shelf with the other ones. But you know what it's going to look even nicer against? The Phase Shift Down High Grade Revive Infinite Justice. Why Infinite Justice and not the Justice? I don't know. Did we get a Revive Justice? I'm spacing on that right now. But maybe they could have done the Strike Freedom instead. Who knows? Maybe they'll do it eventually. Now my problem, because I think this is from the same company, but I don't get why the colors are so different. Because if you think now, I'm assuming they did it because different colors, pink, white, but Phase Shift Down, as far as I know, the color, the metal underneath should be the same, right? And then it's different because Kira took the Strike Rouge, which is pink and red, and changed it on the fly into the normal strike colors, which is white and blue and red. It was just because of like the voltage or something he was trying to explain. It was gobbledygook. So the base should be the same. What I'm trying to say is the colors are weird. Let's get you out of the way for a minute. Now, just like the Freedom, I only used the stickers on the cameras because everything else was garbage, even though it doesn't have a lot on the body. So that wasn't a big deal. And once again, all tight joints. Now this was interesting because I don't know I have. There are, because I built ones from knockoffs from Witch from Mercury, but one of the ones that don't have any polycaps, so that's always an iffy thing because knockoffs are this is new territory for them. So I was kind of worried, but everything's good. The feet I actually thought wouldn't stay on, but I just hadn't pushed it in far enough, and then they snapped into place. They didn't snap, just into place. So yeah, everything actually works great. And the molding's really good, and it has a lot better feel than the Freedom does in terms of the plastic. And the face looks good too. I like how it's a slightly different color on the V-fin from the yellow, like a little gray compared to this like almost blue. Yeah, it's weird. Still has all the good stuff. You got the shield. That's the shield. The beam rifle, which works the same. I mean, you can still peg onto the back just like it should. And I guess I can look at the glider. Let's get this off. Oops, no, whatever. But this thing is probably the weakest part. These parts here, really loose, The wings are good. The handles, they're good. No problem with that. The little guns that flip out, they're good too. And they can do the little swivel. And you can bring that nose cone out. Would have been nice if it had the beam. I don't know why they didn't give the high grade never came with a little beam effect nose cone piece, because that, I'm pretty sure that had a beam. But it still gives you all the other ones, so you got the ones on the wings. I'm trying to remember. I couldn't find my normal high grade Infinite Justice. I do have it, but the wings have the effects, and usually they bow out, but they work both like perfectly on both. So that's really good. I was worried they were gonna like be sticking out. Thankfully they don't. So it's all good on that front. And the connection point's good, but the joint is a little loose. So you'll have to kind of get it in the right spot and not rip his crotch out. That's preferable, but yeah, it's a little droopy. I just usually keep it like this anyways. And the weakest part on this kit is definitely the shield. Now you notice I don't have the little boomerang that's attached on it because it won't attach. The part here that has the emitter for the beam, the beam works great. Like it pegs in no problem. You just slap that on. It'll work fine as a beam boomerang, but trying to get it into the shield for whatever reason, the tolerances are way off. And this hinge, this little hinge that's on the for the emitter, it pops off really easily. And this part won't click into place, and that falls off, so it's really bad. I'm probably just gonna leave it in the Justice hand for the beam boomerang. It'll just solve this problem. Now it still has the oh, that's not good. That went flying. Found it. It's all good. But it has a little claw, which you only used like twice, and it was reused footage in the series. Of course it was reused footage. It's always reused footage in Destiny. You know what? I saw some clips of the movie, and I think they reused the footage of the Impulse combining. It feels like it anyways. Now the problem with this is the wire comes with too loose in the claw, but it's too small for the part that connects to the shield. So the wire won't work at all. Is that a big deal for me? No, it's not, because I never used it anyways. I mean, once again, if you never saw the HD Remastered or the Final Plus episode from back when it first came out in 2005, you wouldn't know about it. You wouldn't know it had that claw. But it does have the beam shield. That works fine. So you can kind of forget about the missing beam boomerang if you don't want to have it in the hand, because if you have the shield, it's kind of hard to see, right? So all in all, I like it. I don't like it as much as the Freedom one. Also because, I can't forget about this. The Justice, you get the normal jizz stand, which I'm kind of sick of. But the Freedom, oh no, the Freedom, you get two stands, and they're unique. This weird hexagon shape, I think it's a hexagon, of the RX-78-2 in the center. And you get a pink one, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. I don't know what these are. Some kind of Gundam base, I assume. And the fact that it comes with just the Freedom, really weird. But hey, if you get that, you get two stands that are really cool. And that clear pink one's going to come in handy with the clear Infinite Justice High Grade. Yeah, it was also there, and I'm like, well, I don't have him. This guy, I think, is based on a real one. This one also, I don't think it's based on an official. I couldn't find it once again. I looked and looked and looked, couldn't see. But this guy is based, I think it's a 40th, not a 40th, some kind of base. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I saw it and I forgot what it was. But everything else is the same, even though it's clear. The joints are still as tight as the other one. I forgot to mention the beam leg effects. Those work both as well as the official. Just gotta finagle the beams, but I really love those. They were so good in the last episode of Seed. They slap shit around. Oh, I can't forget the beam sabers. I hate the beam sabers on the Infinite Justice because they're literally pegged into the side. You have to pull off the outer piece in order to get to the beam sabers because they're pegged in here at this part. Thankfully, I guess I don't know why they thought, oh, well, we'll fix the problem that we made by giving you a completed staff, completed beam staff. I don't get that because it should combine just like the Freedom or the Strike Freedom. That's the wrong effect. I have a lot of beams on my table. but that just seems kind of weird that they would do that. And the wire works the same on the shield here, but if you'll notice, this part's staying, the beam boomerang staying. It's still a little tricky to keep in, but it will hold in place. But as soon as I move it, it's gonna pop right out. So it holds better than, it's weird that the clear one holds together better in this than the like solid color one, but it does. So probably just the fact that it's a knockoff, and some things are good quality and some things are gonna be a little iffy. And the beam rifle is, well, it's the same beam rifle. I guess I could have added the pink on this one because the weapons are supposed to be the normal color, but obviously this is a deactivated color, so it just throws out my whole theory, so who cares. Yeah, I just keep buying more from Temu, I can't help it. But if anything, I'd say get the Freedom because it looks cool, and as far as I can tell, you can't find an official one of it, and 2 stands that are cool. They're not just the old jizz stands.